There you go. Now you both should be able to hear me. Alright, Heads and Fells, Sopper, how's it going? I did not shave my head, as you can see. I'm SWGOH, Cordy, Egnards, how's it going? Alright, so I'm trying to work on my list and try to get it. I moved it over to Google Docs because I'm having trouble with Excel. So yeah, so I'm just typing all that stuff in. What's the last one that I entered? Con Warlock, where you at? Man, there's a lot of people on here that I have not added. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Alright. Oh, Babu Frick. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh. Did I think I reviewed him. So yeah, I'll add some of these guys while I see how you guys are doing. So how are you guys doing today? Having a good day? Doing your raid? Hey Loop Flash. Yeah, I did my raid today too. I was going to do a video on different strategies for fleets today, but I just didn't feel like it, to be honest. So I ended up not doing it. Caleb, Wheeler, 6. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've left streaming. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Can't complain. Can't complain at all. It's getting hotter. It's getting a lot harder. But it was like a very cold year, right? I don't know how you guys have been, but the last 5 months have been really cold here. So, sorry, I'm just trying to type all this stuff out too, because there's a lot of people who requested roster reviews, and I just did not do any of them. So there's an absolute buttload of them. Go check you. You're gonna have to request on Discord, dude. There's like the line is long. I'm gonna have to enter all these on here and then do a data cleanup to clear out the duplicates, just to make sure that I'm not giving people an unfair advantage. You know what I mean? Oh man. I don't mind this process, but maybe I should create like a Google Docs that kind of makes it a little faster or something. Something like Glormit does. He just has like a little Google Docs. I don't know if it auto-populates for him or something, or how he does it. Maybe I should ask him. Zareth Prevails, how are you doing, dude? What are you doing? Just getting up in the morning or something? Unfortunately, I don't have much engaging gameplay to do today. Just hanging out. I did pretty much all my PvE as I'm used to doing it just on my own time now. So I'm just... Oh man, cheap viewers. Love those cheap viewers. But yeah, just updating my list, and then we'll start jumping into some reviews. But how are you doing, Zareth? Been watching your stuff. Hey, yeah, I'm always glad to catch your stuff. I watch most of your stuff in the morning, like when I wake up and like getting ready. I watch all your videos. So pretty consistent watcher on the YouTube. Sometimes I'll catch you. You stream at a decent time for me, so I get to watch a lot of your live streams. Usually I'm lurking just because it's like during my work time, and when I leave. Since you started doing 2 accounts instead of 3, which I'm sure is much better for you, because I could only imagine, and it takes you a lot less time. I was able, because before when I would finish work, I would be able to watch you like on my drive home. But since you changed the amount of time, I usually just can catch you while I'm like chilling at work, playing in the background. Always fun. I like your stuff. You're very, because there's people who are very good at account building, but they're not always like great at actually playing the game. But I feel like you have a good balance of competency and like strategy of just like building an account, which is pretty rare. Much better GACer than I am for sure. Alright, so still drumming on here. I probably should have done this beforehand since I had such a backlog. Yeah, absolutely. Been a big fan for a long time. I could use a big fan right now. It's pretty hot in my house, actually. Alright, so I have enough. I'm probably gonna like just start getting into this, because God, this is gonna oh no, I'm almost done actually. It would have been one person. Just one person I skipped. I would have skipped. That would have been funny. Alright, oh well. 5-4, 8-4-6. Cool. Alright, let's data. Validation. Add a rule. And these custom stuff is not great. Alright, oh well. Alright, cool. Copy this. Let's mess with my wheel. Edit wheel. Off stream, I'll kind of mess with this stuff so I don't have to do it in the future, because this stuff is not great. Hopefully it works. And it died. Alright, cool. Let's see if we could just interact with it again. Oh, it's like glitched. Man. Too much data points? Oh, yeah. I see what happened there. Oh, well. Alright, so I guess for today, today we'll just be doing it through... a different method for roster reviews. All. Okay, copy that. Okay, let's see if I can get this to work. Filter, interact. Can I reset this thing? Oh man. I accidentally made this massive. Whoops. There you go. It should be fixed now. Nope. Still broken. There you go. Cool. Got it to work. Hopefully. Let's see if it works. Yeah. Yeah, it works. Cool. My bad. Yeah, I really should have set this up prior to. Sorry about that, guys. Alright, so... yeah, I want to talk a little about... I am going to make a video on fleets, just fleet strategy for Grand Arena. I was talking to someone in Discord about it, and there's people who just like cheese their offense or put a decent defense down. So I think I'm gonna make a video on that, just what I think is a good strategy for it. I'm not sure if people are that interested. People don't really like fleet content all that much, other than like Bit Dynasty's videos on just like how to build or how to counter everything, which I use religiously. Sometimes you just don't do something for a while, and then you just need a refresher, you know? Sometimes you just forget. Alright, so let's do this. We'll do our first spin. No idea how many people are on here now. Alright, Dennis. Dennis the Menace. Who remembers that movie? What a great movie. Timeless classic. Let's see what this guy has to offer. Here, let's do one more thing. Before we kick this off, let's do a timestamp for this guy. I guarantee you, Dennis Jacob. This dude does not care about his privacy. I'll tell you what. This guy just does not care. If that's his name, which I imagine. I imagine Dennis is what his name probably is. Some people just don't care. You know what I mean? Alright, Dennis. Dennis Jacob. Interesting name. With the golden control. 6.7 million GP. I'm kind of interested to see what the average player is now. Like with Lightspeed bundles, I feel like your guys' accounts are just like, I don't want to say inflated, but they're probably pretty large, right? Like the average player, probably somewhere around like 7 to 9 million or something now. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. All right, 6.7 million GP, foreign characters, 2.7 in ships. How much galactic? 14,000. Is this guy free to play? That's a good. That's a good amount of time, right? Almost 3 years played. Your GP has inflation. I remember when I came back, I was at like 2.8 mil, and I inflated to 4 million, and I felt like my account was nothing but inflated for a long time. All right, so not bad. If you had to choose 3 GLs, at least Jabba's here. You know, Jabba's a great GL. I do advocate for people to get them early. Really game changing for your account. Yeah, it does appear as if this account is more on the free to play, probably more of a casual kind of player, right? There's not a lot here to say that like this guy after 3 years is buying things. Seems like they're mostly farming things. 2-star Death Trooper Peridia with a Zeta. That's interesting. How do you sign up? On my Discord, Jay. If you signed up in the past, you should still be there. So, unless you received your Jawa. Did this guy farm Jawas? Oh no. It's for Jabba. Okay. Yeah, so at least he has the Poncho Bros up and running. It's a very interesting account. You don't see accounts like these very often where they're just free to play, just because Lightspeed bundles are kind of affordable for, I guess, the average player who's probably in their upper 20s to lower 40s, I imagine is the demographic for this game. Kiadi Mundi, Luminara. Okay. So what do you guys, I was talking to someone too. Do you guys think I'm a Gundai is gonna be getting some callouts in the future raid? So the fact that they threw that crap Jedi at us again, but had I'm a Gundai in there as the only one who hasn't been in a Lightspeed bundle, makes me feel like they're going to include him with some callouts to make the Jedi Vanguard like pretty good. Or maybe he'll with his super crappy lead. um, maybe he'll get like some crazy callouts for his leadership, and that'll be like our second crap, like, you know, maybe R5 or R7 or whatever, Jedi Vanguard team. But I feel like since he's the only one who was new, that they're probably going to do some call outs for him just to benefit those who chose to buy the Lightspeed bundle. So that's what I feel like, but I don't know if you guys are thinking the same thing. I'm personally not going to buy it for $10. Like if he ends up becoming getting some crazy call outs and I have to invest in him, I'll just get him up, but I'm not going to spend $10 on this guy. No way. I have I guess that's my line, right? Like I'll buy Lightspeed bundles, but that was my line. $10 for I'm a Gundai. I will not cross that line. I won't do it. That's where I make my stand. All right. So Master Qui-Gon still not gear 12. So it looks like I would get these two up and running. At least R7 isn't even for free to play. I think they're definitely worth investing in. Just the amount of credits they give you and the materials that are in their assault battle. I do think for two characters, R7, and they're great characters. Like overall, very strong, strong Galactic Republic Jedi. And you can throw them in anywhere. So as far as like Jedi or Galactic Republic teams, they're pretty universally great. So as long as you pair them together, and you already have the Zeta investment. The Omicron, this Omicron's very good. Like I don't know if you guys have this Omicron. I do recommend it. I didn't for a long time, and I felt like it was a luxury Omicron. But I feel with how common Omicron materials are now, especially those who buy the $20 monthly pass, like I just feel like this Omicron is worth the effort. Conquest right now is annoying. I don't think it's that great right now, but it does give you a lot of survivability for your team, especially if you have them R9. That's an additional 90% max health and max protection for your team. So if I have to keep someone alive and I just can't, I cannot cheese it for whatever reason, like there's not a way to cheese a single target damage team, then what I'll do is I'll just throw Padawan Obi-Wan in there, and with his Conquest Omicron, it makes it ridiculously easy. And he pretty much, even if they run a turn meter, he's pretty much like there's nothing they can do. Master Luke, yeah, I just use him. I try to use him in his own team, and I try to keep Jedi Master Luke by himself, because if you have the Watt, you can just put Tank Tech on JML and throw whoever you want in there. If it's light side, you can get light side kills. Like I was getting clone trooper kills with Rex because my 501st just doesn't have Zeta, so I just threw a clone trooper in there, and with Watt, and then I was using Rex to just, you know, assist with Rex and getting clone trooper kills on that first phase. So that way I had like Bad Batch and then the JML team, and then whatever other clone trooper stuff is out there. So it's always useful, pretty universally great for Conquest, I think. So I don't think it's a bad investment. I think it'll age well too. Like Conquest constantly changes, and being able to do it faster and being able to cheese a lot of the feats just with one character along the way, and giving you options to be able to cheese like survivable or you know, whatever feats, I think it's worth it. Night Trooper and the Peridia, I think they're worth farming. I'll say that. I don't think they're worth the R9. I did not R9 them. I'm sure a lot of people have R9 them. I just don't think the characters themselves are worth it, because if you look at the Poncho Bros, they're worth it. Like the Quadmate team can take out some GLs. Like they're an excellent defensive team that require like very specific counters to kill them, and if you have to use those counters somewhere else, then you can pretty much like stonewall your opponent and win just as long as you clear them. So I think they're worth it overall, I bring him on offense just because I felt like my defense, they could just like bane it. Maybe now that I have a stronger defense, I'll throw them back on, but I do like their flexibility. They beat so many things. They're so good when you have them with a quad main and you have them built up. But I do think this player should invest in this team first and foremost, so that they can start getting one mod material. And while they're doing that, I do think that they should hey, thanks for subscribing, Ben. Hello there. General Kenobi. So I do think Death Trooper and Night Trooper and Captain Enoch 2-star is way too low. Like, yeah, you get like free shards or something every week, but you already have some Zeta investment in here. Might as well just like, I'm not saying you should farm the whole team, because like right now I think everyone should be pretty much be farming Bad Batch. Like, let's be real here, especially with this release of what they're going to do with here. I saw a lot of conversations about it too, with the Jedi run speculation. So here, let's pop this out. So they're saying that pirates are going to be in the future raid, right? So there's Bad Batch, Jedi Vanguard. I'm assuming they'll probably have 2 Jedi Vanguard teams. I'm predicting that they'll have Beck in there as a lead for one Jedi Vanguard team until we get the new Mace. And then we also have the Empire team with the clone troopers. So that's 3 teams right there, possibly 4. I don't know what they're going to do for the rest, but if they're saying pirates and they're accounting for pirates and they're not giving us like 30 full characters and then maybe pirates later, if they're just going to give us less characters and then add in up to 30, you know, a few weeks after that, then I'll say that it's probably going to be imperative that you should farm. Like, of course it depends on where you are. Like 6.7 million GP, they're probably not going for like second box or first box or third box, maybe the 4th biggest box or something, I don't know. But with Bad Batch being farmable right now, I think everyone should be farming Bad Batch. Like, no excuses, no matter where you are. If you plan on doing this future raid at any point, you should be farming Bad Batch right now. As long as you didn't wail on them. Like, if you wailed on the other stuff and you just don't want to farm Bad Batch and your expectation isn't very high, then yeah, do whatever you want. You know, you spent your money to have flexibility and your guild's not really focused on that content because maybe you're not there yet. The new Bad Batch for the raid is what I'm saying. So this is for raid content. I think everyone should be farming the new Bad Batch. As far as we know, they are the only thing that we can farm for the raid right now that is free to play. Like, nothing else is confirmed. Everything else that's confirmed is not farmable. So if you're not farming the Bad Batch, then I think you're only hurting yourself, because konnichiwa, Don Senzi. All right, so ogenki desu ka? But other than that, I don't think it's going to be a very new player friendly raid. And just like how I think they're kind of like ramping up a little bit compared to like with this last. Do you guys remember when Naboo first came out and plenty of guilds didn't even get a box? Like, that's what a lot of guilds are going to be setting themselves up for if they don't farm at least like a team. Like, if you don't have Bad Batch, if you're expecting for some jank Jedi Vanguard to carry you guys in the beginning, like, you might be sorely mistaken and you guys may not even get a box. So Bad Batch is it might say it's time to move guilds, but if you didn't farm any of the teams and you're part of the problem, then moving a guild's not going to accept you. Like, they're going to look, raid participation is very huge, and especially for a lot of guilds, what they look for is like, hey, are you committed to farming the raid? Are you ready for the raid? And if you didn't even do the bare minimum, then why would they accept you? Because if you show up and you don't improve your raid score and you're just being a leech, then, and if you showed that it wasn't a priority for you before the raid when we knew what to farm, then why would they accept you afterwards if chances are you're just gonna maybe do it after a while? Yeah, of course, if you're raid ready and your guild's not performing in the raid, then yeah, maybe it's time to look for a new raid. But if you yourself didn't prepare and you're hoping for like, oh, they're probably going to add in some old stuff and then I'll just kind of use that old stuff until I farm the new things. But if you're not farming the teams that are farmable right now, I think you're going to be hurting. I think you will. So everyone has to prepare for the raid. It's the greatest resource we get in this game. Without that raid, your ability to start relicking characters and even adding in higher relics are extremely limited. And if you resort to old raids, you're no longer going to get GAC 3, which is pretty important for those higher relics. So do yourself a favor, start farming for Bad Batch. Everyone should be. There's no again, unless you're, for some reason you have dark side clones already ready, but you can't just like, well, I'm gonna skip this team and go for all dark side clones, because dark side clones aren't even farmable. The full team isn't even out yet, so we have some time before they're even free to play farmable, and then you have to farm them after that. If the raid's coming anytime in the next like 6-ish weeks, maybe, I don't know the timeline they have, but you're not going to be ready. And then you may, like, if your guild's ready and you're not, they may replace you. You never know. So I would say for this player, your income, like your shard farming, should be Bad Batch right now. And I get it. Like, I thought the season, what was it, season 2 of Bad Batch, it was okay. Like, it was all right. I didn't hate it. I didn't despise it. August? You guys are hearing August? There's no way. So they said that they're going to release it before the character's out. So definitely before August. Hey Daniel, how's it going? So definitely before August. I think August is to June. I was thinking June, personally. I was thinking June is when they're, and that's what I was planning for, was June. I would love some more time to prepare, but and I'll, like, any time after June is a gift for me as someone who doesn't like wail out on the new stuff. But the more time they give us, the better. But right now, like, this is all we got. This is it. It's not even fully farmable right now, but it will be soon. So Crosshair's card should be released as farmable soon, and then the whole team will be farmable. Almost no one has an excuse to not farm these, and if you're not doing it, you're shooting yourself in the foot. So farm the Bad Batch. It's good. Hey CR Sonic, how's it going? I don't think farming the old Bad Batch is bad. Like, I farmed the old Bad Batch. I did buy the bundle just for Omega, but I already had the Marauder up and running, and I had the other Bad Batch up and running. I just did it because I just didn't want to. I knew I would never farm old Omega, so I figured I would just buy her. So, but I already had it up and running, and I think the ship itself is fantastic. It's a lot of players aren't there, but it's very necessary to have it if you want to. Well, you could use Empire. I know some people like to use Empire to counter executors. I personally like Galactic Republic. I think Galactic Republic is very very consistent, and then you can change what capital ship you're using depending on what starting ships they use. So overall, old Bad Batch, still good. I use them in Conquest, and I still think they kind of suck. I don't know, maybe it's my mods or something, but they're not my favorite. But the ship, the Marauder ship, is worth it. Yeah, so I will say I do think that they'll have some call out characters like they did with the Jedi, the Galactic Republic Jedi that they did in the Naboo raid. But I like, everyone needs the raid, like everyone does. And if you're, especially if this player's at like 6.7 million GP and they're not getting get 3, then they need to change their guild. Especially if you're free to play, then you need to change your guild. Like if you're doing an old guild, the Sith raid or the speeder bike raid or something, you need to leave that guild. At 6.7 million, you can farm for new, like your new raids, and then mix in enough so that you guys get enough participation that you're getting a decent box, like nothing crazy, but at least you're getting some get 3, and then you're farming old farms while mixing in like 2-3 months, not even that much time to get a bare like 1 team, 2 teams, you know. It shouldn't take that long to get them up and running for a character, especially if you kind of layer your farms like an onion. Then it's not that hard to do raid preparation. I'm personally planning to spend like legit the next like 3 months on the raid, but depending on how long that raid is, you know, I'll have 5-8 months or something of payback for that income to come in. All right, another thing I would do, R5 your Seer Junda, so or R7. There's, again, you're probably not there, and that's why you're not doing it, but I think being Zepho ready, especially if you have to change guilds, is going to be very important, because if you're Zepho ready, you're a lot more useful to a guild. Like guilds nowadays don't really care about Reva shards, or at least good ones don't, but something guilds have to do every single time they do rote is they have to unlock Zepho and they have to unlock Mandalore. So having Bo-Katan Mandalore, having Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, and Seer Junda all at R7 is very valuable to guilds, especially guilds that are borderline having trouble being consistent with unlocking those TB planets. So I would say get your Seer to R7. If you don't have it, you don't have it, but you should be in a guild if you have that, where you guys are at least pushing for Zepho, because the Chirotech that you get from those twice a week from those planets are very worthwhile, especially for the how easy Jedi Knight Cal Kestis is and how great they are. Like Jedi Knight Cal Kestis is a excellent Jedi to go with JML or with any other Jedi really. Also, like Bo-Katan Mandalore, fantastic character. So having, honestly, I would be farming Bad Batch for this account, fixing the Poncho Bros. I would be farming after Bad Batch. I would probably farm shards for Bo-Katan Mandalore and have that be my next big farm. Like, not only is she a GL killer for a lot of different things, she's super useful. I think she's an excellent character. Hey Guapo, thanks. Did you want a roster review? But thanks for the super chat. But yeah, that's what I would say with this account, like right off the bat. So he has Executor, which is great. So I do think that should be the first farm for most players is your Executor. Let's see how their bounty hunters are to see if they've... Hey, Dakota Honecker, how are you doing, dude? All right, so their Executor is actually not bad at all. So R7's across the board, pretty much. So their Executor is good. They don't have much else as far as fleets. Their Separatist fleets, you know, their Geos aren't all relic, which is, you know, It's okay. So you can use this to counter like malevolent, or to counter profundity. Some people put it on defense. I like to have at least like relic, sunfac, and spy, but obviously not a priority whatsoever. Marauder is junk. At least this is usable. So you have a usable fleet here. Oh, the one in my shard? After this, I'll show you DCU. It's pretty cracked out. It's a very good fleet. I'll attack it if it's in the top 5, which usually it is. People don't like attacking it. I could use Galactic Republic, probably make it a lot more. If I had to attack it, I would do it with Endurance to make it more reliable, because it could just like blow through my Leviathan. Believe it or not, that on defense it's very strong. All right, so fleets. Continue working on your fleets. I don't think there's any reason not to have the First Order or Resistance fleet. So whenever you want to work on SOKR and Rain, it seems like you're free to play. So I do think it's worth farming them, at least having the shards. The Empire fleets are good too, especially since you have the TIE Interceptor, TIE Defender. They've lost their luster, right? Like they aren't as great as they were. Like the Empire fleets are, I would say, not even maybe like the 6th best fleet, right? Like out of all the what you can put on defense and offense, there's probably better things. There's times when I don't even need it or use it. So very good fleet. It just hasn't aged well with the changes that they had. Like Executrix is still useful because it can beat Executor. It beats Profundities. Chimeras can be cleanup Executors. It dominates the Radises. It can beat Negotiators, but it can also lose if they have a decent what do you call it, Marauder. So you know, still not bad. But I would continue to farm all your ships, especially if you're not buying bundles. There's not that many ships in the game. There's like triple or almost 4 times as many, probably triple, almost 3 times as many, 3 to 3.5 maybe times as many characters as there are ships. So farm all the ships. Like, yeah, they're not accelerated. A lot of them are in the shop. Farm all your ships. Work on one fleet at a time. You have enough time to have fully invested into all your capital ships with like Prestige and Ship Omegas. 3 years is a long time, but you're just not in like your fleet currency. You should have enough of that to be overflowing. You just have to side farm them. You have to keep putting them on there. You can just post your ally. Thanks for the super chat again, Guapo. You can just post your ally code. Just make sure you put X's on in the chat. But you can just post it. You'll be my next one as a premium review. All right, you have some Datacrons, which is better than no Datacrons. As far as GLs, like I do think you should weave in assault battles with. Like first focus on your income, so get your raid income, then an assault battle, so finish your Padawan Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon, Poncho Bros. From there you side farm some fleets, whatever ones you want to do. You can do I wouldn't say you need to go like Profundity or Leviathan yet. I don't think your account's ready for that. But you can work on the Radis, you can work on the Finalizer, you can knock those out. I don't think there's any reason for you not to have them, so that you're ready for those GLs. And then you can just kind of work on, once you finish that raid, pick a big farm and then choose a income, and then a big farm and an income. So either finish an assault battle, then farm a GL, or I do think Bo-Katan Mandalore should be your next big farm. After that, you can choose a GL of whatever you're choosing. Like Leia would be a good one. Profundity is actually pretty close for you since you have JML and Jabba, but I would probably say like Leia and then maybe Profundity. So Bo-Katan, Leia, Profundity would probably be a good pathway for this. Flows really well, especially since you're free to play. You have to focus on farming synergies to maximize like how much you can get in your chat at one time, or how much you can get in your account at one time, because you just don't have that income. So that's what I would recommend. Continue side farming your ships, work on your raid income, finish your income as far as your raids, and then work switch between assault battle and a big farm. Let's look at your mods real quick. All right, so your sets are fine, speeds are good, protection's going to be low. The biggest thing for JML is unless you're R9, your JML's just protection's going to be low. So this looks fine-ish. You don't have to go with tenacity or anything, so not bad overall. I'm not a big fan of, I like a speed set. Like I like to mod JMK how I would mod SOKR. Like I don't think it's like the biggest deal in the world, but I do like him to take turns. I would throw a speed set on here, not a crit damage set. I think he ramps pretty well. Like Commander Ahsoka Tano is going to do a lot of the heavy lifting too. So a little low on the speed here. 342 it's not horrible, but for your fastest character it's a little low. 325 on Rex. Do you have a gas? Yeah, you have gas. You have him up and running. Damage built, decent speed, okay protection. Okay, little low on damage. So I don't know, maybe an offense set for gas. Seems like you farmed a lot of crit damage sets. So your mods aren't horrible. They're not bad. Not what I would expect for 3 years, but having Jabba does make your mods a lot better. So once you have Jabba, you just get a lot of free mod, almost 6 free 6-dot mods a month. So yeah, you farm a lot of crit damage sets. So I personally speed set on Darth Vader. So I personally I farm offense, speed, and health mainly. So I think with those 3 you can mod the vast majority of characters. You have a lot of relic 1s, so I would say bring your relic 1s at least to relic 3 so that they can use datacrons. Like if you have your whole team at R3, they can use datacrons. It really doesn't take that much to go from R1 to R3. It's really quick. So if you do one thing, you can park some characters at relic 1, but there's some characters, if you use them a lot, then relic 3 them, especially if their teams are relic 3, so that you can maximize on datacrons. All right, let's look at my stuff. Let's see if he's here. I don't think he is. I'm number 1, so I can't like... Oh, he's number 5. Oh, I think he's 1 away. I think he's 1 away. I think I can't... I don't think I can attack 5 from 1, right? Like, I think it like locks me at 2, 3, 4. I don't think it'll allow me to attack 5. I'll show you his relics though. Yeah. So relic 8 on Xanadu Blood. I think the rest are relic 9. So relic 9 on Punishing One, and then relic 9 on Bam. And then relic 9 on Piet. So yeah. It's a very strong fleet. It's a very, very good fleet. So I wish I could show you. Next time, if I can attack him on stream, I will. But Bronzium 3. Yeah. Oh man. This guy does not GAC. Bronzium 3. Very strong fleet though. I guarantee you he has no problem climbing. Like as you can see, it's like all Leviathans and then this dude. And he stays like top 5. Honestly, I attack around him. Like today I was at 9 and I attacked 6 and then 3 instead of going after 5 and then 1, just because I don't like fighting this guy. Like sometimes he just goes and then he deletes my tank, and then that's it. I'm done. The fight's over. He kills everything else. So yeah, it's no bueno. No bueno. You took your Piet to R9. I don't necessarily recommend that anymore. Like if you had that, like if I could have that Executor, I think it would be great for defense in Grand Arena, because it's just like a fantastic defensive ship. Like it really is. So it's really crazy hard. All right, Guapo. See what you got. All right, we have Inquisitor Guapo. So you like Darth Loquitur stuff. Excellent content creator. Really like him. What do I think of the gas bundle? I can talk about that real quick here. The gas bundle, it's okay. It's not a bad bundle. I think I bought it. That's how I got my gas. I can't show you here because I already bought it. But the gas bundle, I think it's good. Like these, I would not recommend unless you wanted to buy the GL. But I would not, like if you have these, or like if you have Ray and SLKR, I would not buy these to increase the relics. Like yeah, it's relic 7 for a lot of characters, or relic 6 or whatever. I don't think it's worth it. I think they figured they mispriced, because that was the first ones, right? Like the first Lightspeed bundles for like Ray and SLKR, and I feel like they felt like they way underpriced them compared to how much they like slowly jacked up the prices, and now it's what, like $80-$70 or something, when before it was like maybe 30. So I think that's unfortunate for new players. But the gas bundle, $50 for, I don't remember what it was, the negotiator and like pretty much the gas requirements. I thought that was a good bundle. I thought it was worth it. So if you, I'll say this, when I look at bundles, there's a few things that I'm kind of like going on. So if you buy Kyrotech, which I don't buy Kyrotech anymore because it's not an issue, but if I was gonna buy Kyrotech, I value it at about like what, 10 pieces for $1 is what they sell it for us. So if it's 10 pieces for $1, usually that means for one character it's like $10 worth of Kyrotech just to take them to relics if they don't have any Kyrotech. So I value it that way when I look at like, okay, is it worth it? Then you have to look at like the signal data, bronzium wiring, CCBs. All those things are really important when you're looking at Lightspeed bundles. Even things like med packs or the Nubian scanners and all those items, all those really do add up over time, because even though like Kyrotech aren't an issue for me and all this other gear isn't an issue because I have raid currency and Zepho, and it's just not an issue anymore. I would say over time it can become bottlenecks. Even though it's not like your major bottlenecks, it still bottlenecks you from getting more teams or whatever. So that's how I look at it overall, like some of the things. So usually even this bundles are technically worth it if you were gonna like spend money to just get this stuff. But is it worth it for me? Like, no, I not just for the relic material or the signal data or whatever else that'll save me. It's not changing anything. Honestly, the only thing that's really going to influence my account right now is like Zetas. I'm super Zeta poor. I could use more signal data, but like there's just not a lot at the where I am at for me to get stuff. And yeah, I'm not 14, 15 million or even 13 million, but a lot of what's holding me down is just like higher relics. Like I just don't have super high relics compared to the end game players, because I'm farming like I just farmed all the new stuff, and I'm pretty much just farming new stuff, and I'm missing like a couple teams, like a few characters and a couple teams, but not a lot. But it takes time to catch up and build all that stuff. But there's like what's really holding me back, signal data, is the major bottleneck. Even all the relic material, like I just have tons of this stuff, like just absolutely like dripping in these things, and it's signal data. That's it. Like signal data is what holds, and shards, of course. I just made 4 relic 8s and a relic 9, and I still have like tons of these materials. Like how much of this stuff could I just like crunch down? I really wanted to, you know, almost 80 Gerda keypads if I needed them. Like, could be right there. So I could make some more relics, but the only thing keeping me back is the signal data. So you have to look at like, what's your bottlenecks? Is it going to help those bottlenecks? So signal datas and zetas. Yeah, the assault battles have been absolutely wonderful. Yeah, but that's, you have to look at your bottlenecks when you're like, should I buy this? Should I not buy it? You know, that's why I bought, Boba Fett, you know, like the Scion of Django, even though he's shit, and I highly do not recommend buying this dude. He has a good Datacron right now, but he sucks. He's the worst. Outside, even when before Lord Vader got a boost, like his Omicrons, he wasn't super great even in TW, honestly. Like, yeah, he can beat Lord Vader, but it wasn't like a slam dunk super worth your 3 Omicrons. Such a crap character. I don't regret buying him, but God, is he bad. Like, I regret that they made him this bad, is what I don't regret that I purchased it. I regret just how shitty they made him, even in TW. Jeez. Alright. Back to Guapo. But yeah, gas is a good bundle. So 11 million GP. So like I said, a fan of DL. I like DL. I was going to collaborate with him, but then I had to take my break, so I just did not get back to him. It was really bad timing. I should probably reach out to him. I really love that dude. Alright, 6.7 million GP, 4.2 in characters. You're kind of right there with me, similar, but 3-ish years time played. Not bad. So your fleets, you invest in them, but there's, you know, like the stars for Leviathan and Profundity can be pretty useful, especially for TB. Like TB, this is tons of extra participation you're leaving on the board, and that's one of the reasons why I got all my GL ships to 7 stars as fast as I could. Like Leviathan in itself, much better at 7 stars. On defense, it's like 6 stars not going to cut it, but on offense, I do believe if you go with the Sith fighter or the scimitar, that 6 stars can still beat a 7-star Leviathan, from what I know. But on defense, it's just not going to hold as well. And I think one of the better things about Leviathan is putting it on defense. So yeah, something to think about is trying to get those last stars. Your bounty hunter relics are okay. They're nothing special, but not the biggest thing in the world. Profundity, it'll do what it needs to do. Let's look at your Galactic Republic fleets. Alright, so you do have Rex at relics, which is good. I do think that's important for the counters, because if you don't, I see a lot of people now that don't have a good Rex, and if you want your negotiator or endurance to counter executors, then you need a Rex. Which leads me to your mace. So this is a good character. I'm pretty sure he's required for GL, like Relic 3, right? Maybe for JMK, I think. I think. He's an excellent character. I think he's worth having. I use him in 3s with JMK. It beats Jabba. So it's a good ground character. Yeah, it's a good ground character, but even having him Relic 3 with no Zetas, you should probably put the Omegas on. And God, at least like level 15 your mods, at least. If you have a mod equipped, right? If you have a mod equipped on a character, please, at least level 15, especially a ship. Especially a ship. So, I don't know, where are you at in GAC? Kyber 2. Really? Kyber 2, you're trying to do a 2-man hold? So I'll say this. There's not a lot of accounts that you're going to like. Hey, Guppy. Yeah, I got you guys. So Guppy, I saw someone else donated and then I got you. So I did see. Hey, Robbie Gunter, how's it going? Yeah. All right, so I may have to make some more videos because it's already like pretty late. I'll see how long I can do this for, but I may have to like make some videos on like tomorrow or the day after or something for these reviews. But I got you guys. Thanks for all the super chats. I appreciate the support. But yeah, I got you guys. So like a 2-zone hold, I don't know how well that's going to work for you, just because most people can full clear. Like you're in Kyber 2, so it's doing okay, but very, very rarely am I seeing very many people get held up on walls. Like there's just so much. There's just it's just hard. There's the datacrons aren't like super busted right now to create stonewall things or things that like just have a chance of failing. The greatest chance probably out there right now is if you have like Ray with Ezreal is very strong. So there's sometimes those counters just don't work. Like if you use Leia and you can't one-shot Ezra, then very often that leads to like a fail. Or if they don't have a strong enough UFU team with Seer, Seer, Starkiller, and Malicos, like you, like if I put my Ray down and you're like, it might just fail and then you might get stonewalled. So because you don't have like Terran Malicos. So, which you should have Terran Malicos. I don't think at 11 million GP there's an excuse not to have Terran Malicos into your account. He is just a fantastic character, and especially how it elevates your team. Like there's not a lot of there's a lot of depth in Star Wars Galaxy Hero and heroes in accounts, right? Like tons and tons and tons of depth. Like there's layers of teams, there's Omicrons, but very rarely do we get like super height in an account. And Bane is one of them, like Bane, C Bane, or Lord Vader Bane, you know, or just things that are like have a really high ceiling. Same thing like SOKR, depending on who you throw with them, like his ceiling can be to the moon, and that is important. Like you can't just like focus on depth. But when you're leaving like this much height, there's like, because you can like have a Star Killer team and have them separate, or you can more often than not, lately we need that height, like the height of the of the Seer team, and it needs Terran Malicos. Like it needs it. Like Star Killer is great on the team, he does a lot of good things, but Terran Malicos is that foundation of that team. It just, he does so much damage. Like I would, if I was fighting Ray and I had to have one die from a whirlwind, would I rather have Star Killer or Terran Malicos still on the board? Honestly, I would rather have Terran Malicos. Like Terran Malicos is just a ridiculously strong character. So to have him at gear 1 level, and you probably had him for months, years maybe, you've just had this guy sitting here doing nothing. That's killer, man. That is killer. I know there's a lot of other things you probably are working on right now, but it's one character. I don't think, yeah, you're not even ready for Bad Batch. So you should be farming your Bad Batch, farming your shards for these guys, and then finishing your Terran Malicos. Like pretty much the second I had the Seer team, I immediately got my Terran Malicos up and running because there's just no reason not to have them in your account. I know you're probably finishing your Zetas and everything. You don't have to have all three. He just wants all three. And if you look at your like three, I'll tell you right now, I would take one off Starkiller. I would have taken the Boundless Force Throw. I would have taken off Assages. The two for Fulcrum and Cow. You don't even have baby cows to pair with Fulcrums. And Fulcrum's cron's not even like that great anymore because most people don't put like Starkiller teams down, and I hear it's busted too. Like there's something weird about it, like she can't go around taunts or something. Like it's the Omicron's busted. So it's not that you don't have the Omicrons, it's that you're spending the Omicrons on other things, and this is not even your whole account. So like you spent them before, but I would say you need to invest in Terran Malicos. Like there's no reason, absolutely no reason not to have a Terran Malicos. I know some of these are probably old, but there's like Treya is not even relicked either. I would relic up Treya. Like Sith, you have a lot of power. Just, oh man, Savage and Treya. I get it, right? I am that guy. I was that guy who I was like, yeah, Gear 12 Treya does what I need her to do. Like, and but I did relic up Savage. So I had a relic Savage and everyone else was Gear 12 and they did what I needed them to do. They're such a strong team, but they could be so much better. Like there's a lot of things here that I just don't think are worth leaving where they are, especially how much time and where you are. Like you already have the Zeta and Omicron investment. There's no reason not to have Treya, Savage, Nihilus at relics. Even Relic 3. Relic 3 would be fine for them if you absolutely had to. And that would open up a lot of counters. They're very good. Very, very good. Right now, I've been using them to beat Quadme teams, which there's not a lot of counters for Quadme. And if I didn't have a Relic Treya, then I probably would get held on the back wall in a lot of these teams. But she counters a lot. I'm pretty sure... I don't know if they beat Bale and Skull with his Omicrons because it stops instant defeats, but they beat a lot. They do. They're really good. I don't use them for Gungans. In 5s, I use Phoenix. Like Phoenix kills Gungans for me in 5s. In 3s, he goes with on defense with the clone troopers, and I have to use something else. It really depends. There's it's like whenever you attack, it's always like a puzzle piece, right? Like where it's gonna fit where. So there's a lot that beats Gungans, believe it or not, in 3s. So like last time I used Bo-Katan Mandalore or whatever else, Quadme sometimes, but yeah, Treya. There's no reason, but also, why aren't you farming your Bad Batch? Like you need to, there's no reason not to have Bad Batch, like at least almost farmed or farmed. Even I was slow on farming Omega, and I'll have her finish in like a day or two. So especially with this conquest, like the team's useful, so I would get them up and running. I did throw, like personally, I threw 2 Zetas on the Bad Batch team just to get them up and running for Conquest. They're also a useful team. You don't have to. I see that you're Zeta poor and you're putting it on Ahsoka Tano, so that's fine. You got to finish her up first. I do think you're over relicking some of these characters, and I don't think you're ready for that. So you're like relic 9ing Gas, relic 9ing Ezra, which is like, I would rather have a relic 9 Leia than a relic 9 Gas, or a relic 9 Leia or a relic 9 Ezra. R8 would have been fine for them. So I think you need to pick and choose your R8s and R9s first. And I would make a soft like limit of R7 for your teams, like you did for like Bale and Skull. R7 is perfectly fine. until you pretty much are at endgame. Then you can start increasing relics. Or if like once a month, what I was doing is I was increasing my GLs. Like once a month I would throw a relic on a GL just to get them to like the R8, R9 level. So you can do that too. But that's not a bad platoon. But I would do R7 as like the soft limit for your account so that you can start getting more things. Yeah, so but I would, yeah, if you're working on Bad Batch, that's good. But I would work on those. Luthen, yeah, Luthen's good too. I don't have Luthen, but I know he's, if Bad Batch wasn't required for this raid, I would have had already Balin Skull and Luthen up and running. But unfortunately I had to stop everything for Bad Batch because CG wanted to throw a wrench in my plans. So yeah, Luthen's good too. Overall you have a good count. Let's look at your mods. I would get those up and running though. I would say hold your R9s. You don't need to. Your SLKR is good. Decent mods in your SLKR. Obviously a work in progress here, right? So when I mod 6 dot these, please. Like it's 27 and 26. Like this is, I'll say this, right? This is a learning moment. This is not a GL mod. It's not. I don't care if it's 25 speed mod and it's, once you 6 dot it, it's a 26 speed mod. But this you should 6 dot it, one, because it gives more defense and it gives you one more speed. But this is not a GL mod. You do not, like, yeah, your best mods should be on your GLs, but you need like GLs are stat hungry. And if you're just throwing on only speed and whatever the primary stat is, because like 5 defense, 500 protection, 43 offense, this might as well be blank. Like this might as well just have one stat on it with just speed, and it doesn't even give the full defense, and she gets more offense based on her defense. So stat hungry characters should not have these. These are for, these types of mods are like, I would 6 dot them and then it would be on like Bad Batch Echo or something, you know, Piet, something like that, something that just needs to be crazy fast. That's what this mod is for. That's what these like crap mods are for, that are just like really fast. Like you still 6 dot them because this gives more offense, this gives more defense, gives it a little more speed, 26 speed, 27 speed. There's no reason not to 6 dot them, but like these stats are sucks. Like they suck. Look at this. Look at this. Like these are some lackluster mods. Like tenacity, does she really need all that tenacity? I would say no. She does not. So yeah, even this. Like yeah, it has health primary and some speed, but look at these stats. They're just like really poor stats. And don't get me wrong, I'm like speed is king. I'm all about the speed, right? I have a need for speed, but your GLs need their stats. Like this is a GL mod right here. Like tons of defense, good health, decent speed. That's some GL mods. Like not, yeah, this health, speed, like some offense, whatever. She doesn't really use her offense, but still, like you need stats. Oh man, this is a sexy mod right here. Look at this, 29% or 29 speed. That's fantastic right here. 10% protection. That's good. Good mod. Yeah, that's okay. I like a little more. Yeah, that's okay. It's not bad. Your Jabba has a lot of health, which is good. I like some tenacity on Jabba, but you don't need it. You don't need it. Your Rey is really good. See? So it looks like, so if when I mod my characters, I'll steal mods too. So I think even though GL Ahsoka is new, just like steal some mods, switch those mods out. You can do it. Like my account is just as old as yours, but it's a little bigger. So my account grew just as fast as yours, but I have well modded GLs. I have all the GLs too. So, and I have them all modded. So you can do it if you're working on mods, and it seems like you are. Like your mods depth seems good. Looks like you still have some more depth needed, but you can do it. There's no, yeah, there's, man, you're killing me with these mods. Those are easy 6-dot mods. Easy 6-dot mods that you're like wasting here. And I don't think it's bad, but 6-dotting mods isn't just about the minute gains you get from speed. It's about secondary stats, and you guys can't ignore secondary stats. Like, secondary stats are important on characters. Yeah, speed is king, right? Like, you got to get speed, but like this would give her some more protection, some more health. If you like defense, whatever stats they need, that's what these arrows are for. Like, you stack like 3 or 4 hits on some percent gains of what they need the most, and then you 6-dot it, and then it not only gives you 2 more speed, but juices up those percent stats, and that is worthwhile. Like, you gotta have 6-dot mods on your characters. So you gotta do it. Because like don't get me wrong, I farm a lot of mods, like a lot, and I farm a lot of mods that have the potential to 6-dots, and I work on the highest potential. But also when I'm like building characters, I don't just leave, you know, I don't leave a lot of 5-dots on my characters. If I have good mods that need to be, this should be offense too. If I have good mods that need to be sliced, then I slice them into 6-dots, because those stats matter. So yeah, that's, I think because if your mod depth is here, but you gotta work on them. You gotta work on them. Because here, let me do this real quick. Look at your stuff. / mod score, because you can't just leave the arrows and just like, if it has decent speed, I don't need a 6-dot it. Like, you gotta, because I farm a decent amount of mod slicing material, and if I have enough to, yeah, your mod depth is good. You have a lot of 6-dot mods, but you're just not, you got a lot that could be better, if that makes sense. But your mods are good, but the arrows are important too. Like, they are. You just can't ignore them. Those percent stats, they're good. They're good stats. So good mods, like good, but there's like huge holes in your account that shouldn't exist there. Because if you look at my mods, like my account and your account, very similar amount of time. But if you see, like, there's not a lot of characters. Like, yeah, if you start going to my characters that I just don't care and I hit the stats, yeah. But like my GL, my fastest characters, my bottom characters, you know what I mean? No, Caleb Wheeler, you don't have to. You just sign up once. Like, just sign up once and you'll be on my wheel until you get your review. But like pilots, GLs, like GLs are stat hungry. They're incredibly stat hungry. So it doesn't have to be like perfect mods, but you want mods that give them the stats that they need, because speed is important. Speed is very important, but you gotta give them the stats. They're stat hungry. They want it. They need it. They have to have it. You know what I mean? Like Leia wants health, but you can't just like, oh, I'm only gonna give them speed. You gotta have the stats. If you want them to really sing, if you want them to really do what you need them to do, then you gotta use your best. And that's why I say, like, when I remod accounts, you guys have watched me remod accounts. You focus on the GLs, and then you work down from like the most important characters, the key characters, and then you focus on the support characters, and then you work down there from there. And not every character needs 6-dot mods, but key characters should have full 6-dot mods that are very important or very strong, or just like just the bottom base of your account, you know. So you got to do it, even though it's hard. Like, I feel like you're leaving a lot on the table with not focusing on secondary stance for GLs, or at some of them, and then not finding suitable arrows, which could give you tons of extra stats on your important characters, because that's just important too. And you just like sort through your arrows, find the ones that have like 3 or 4 hits and what you need, 6-dot those, and then slice them up a little. You know, you don't have to take them all to gold, but take them, you know, green, blue, or something that's like manageable. And just every so often, you don't need like a super ton of them. Only 1 out of 6 mods are arrows, so you can be picky and choosy, but at least those like keystone characters, you should have those stats. I think Glad is worth the effort. She's strong. She can be good. Like, I get it. Like, not a lot of people think she's good, but I think she's good. All right. So I gotta go to see who donated, because I missed a donation. Let me log in real quick so I can get that ally code. Oh my god. Hey, thanks for subscribing, DCU. So I changed my phone number, and freaking hell. Oh man. Let's do it. I'll have to do this later. So who donated in the donation code? Oh my god, I can't even log into Twitch right now. Let's see if I can change it on my phone. Thanks for subscribing, DCU. Yeah, so I changed to a Japanese number, and all my things are set for my US number, which I don't have anymore. And it makes it really easy. That's what happened to my Microsoft account. Yeah, post your ally code, Tom. Sorry about that. Like, maybe you're just, yeah, go ahead and drop it down. I'm gonna have to change all this later, but I tried to change what I could with my phone number prior to, but man, it's all jacked up. Yeah, but please do that. There you go. Thanks, I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting me and donating and everything. But sorry, I couldn't read your message, because it was like I was talking when it popped up, and then I was like, oh, I'll just log in, and then when I go to log in, it's give me 2-factor, which is good. The problem is I don't have the phone. All right, well, I have the phone, I don't have the phone number. Right, okay, let's look at your stuff real quick. No, you're not lacking, Guapo. Like I said, your mod work is good. So I could see your overall, the mods in your account are good. Like, you have good mods, you have a lot on the table, and I like in the double drops and triple drops, like I just farmed 6-dot materials. So you probably could really focus on times like that. Or if you just have a week where you just don't have luck, because we have off weeks, right? where you just don't have that many mods that have high potential, that's when I build like an arrow or two or a 6 dot, an old one, because I have old mods like you that are 6 dot worthy, and I just didn't 6 dot them. But when I farmed like in the double and triple dots, double and triple drops, I farmed like, I don't know, like 16, 20 6 dot mods or something worth, like a ridiculous amount. And then I just like worked on the ones that are kind of waiting. So you can do that too. You just gotta like focus on it. How's it? I don't know what that means. How's it going? Well, Tom, 7.6 million GP overall. A year played. Wow, not even a year. Wow, that's a lot of progress in not even a year with 4 GLs. Good for you, man. Good for you. I like that you have the Poncho Bros up and running with the Omicron. Like I said, I'm not going to go on that tangent right now, but that's a good Omicron. It's a good investment. I would recommend if you have an extra one and you engage in hard conquest, then it's worth the effort. All right, Bush Leia. I would say this is a mistake right here. You should not leave your Bush Leia at Relic 5. I'm all about saving relic levels and trying to maximize your account size, like going for depth instead of height, but you're really doing yourself a disservice if you're not R7ing key characters. So R5 Bush, R5 Kersantin is killer. Like your Jabba team is really lackluster. So I would R7 Bush, I would R7 Kersantin, Star Killer. You don't have to do it all at once, right? But maybe spaced out in between like big farms or something. Take some of these guys, but honestly you should do it when you finish a farm. So when you finish a farm, like you farm Jabba and you're like, okay, what's next? Well, you got to get his team up to par. So if you have a crappy team, it's not going to do anything for you or as much as it should. So just like if you had which you don't have the new Ray, Dark Side Ray. So yeah, it's like survivability damage, like minimum. There's some characters that just like you should have a R7. Because it affects their offense, how much survivability they have. And like Bush is the sword, Kersantin is the shield. And honestly, like they deserve higher relics than that too. Like even R8 Bush, R9 Kersantin. Like if I had the bandwidth, I would love to have R9 Kersantin and R8 Bush. I don't, but once I finish my GLs, then I'll start working on those like support characters, like a Drogon, getting Drogon to R8, getting Bush to R8, getting Kersantin to R9. But the start, like the floor of where you should park these characters, R7. R7's the floor. So R7 Bush, R7 Kersantin, R7 Star Killer. Like if you get Dark Side or Darth Revan, Darth Malak, like key characters that are going to be pivotal in the success of the team, then it needs to at minimum be R7 if you want them to do what they need to do. Like some teams, whatever, like Marin, Savage I have at R5, but you get what I'm saying. Like a lot of these are R7 now or force you to R7, but like if you get a really strong character like a Malgus, a Bo-Katan Mandalore, you don't leave those characters at R3. R7 is where you park them. And then as you build more in your account and you start getting more relic material or you're in between farms and you're like, hey, let me, like maybe I want an R8 or R9 or something. But I would recommend getting to end game, then you start putting on some luxury relics. But base relics is not R5. Like that's not where you like R5 for support characters. Yeah. That's fine. Like Like, I'll give you an example. Do you have Sith Empire? Okay, so I wouldn't take Basilisk Sean Fallen to R7, but she's fine at R5, R3, or whatever, because she's support. She's not gonna like, oh man, like, there's no reason to have level 12 mods on a character. You gotta at least level 15. You know what I mean? Like, she's Relic 3. Why is she 12? Yeah, even at Gear 12, I get these guys don't have their stuff. Yeah, so if you have a mod equipped on a character, it should not be level 12. Like level 15 minimum. Like, this is like mods 101. You don't have to, like, if you look at my mods, you're not going to see any mods that are like level 12 equipped on a character. Like level 15. No, I have 100 million. That's my money. My money. I don't know how much credits they have. I have 100 million. I don't know how much credits they have. So yeah, so this is, obviously these mods are like crap, and well, I got like 100 million just from the assault battles that we had, because it was like double. So if you have all the assault battles, then you should have over 100 million, as long as you didn't spend it already somehow. But yeah, but I got like mostly all of that just this last like week or two. Yeah, so all I'm saying is your mods should be level 15. There's no reason. If you're going to equip a mod on a character, it should be level 15. Because you could still use her for conquest. There's some feats where you have to, where Basilisk Unfallen with this ability, Fear, like critical damage down, evasion down, speed down, expose, stagger. All these are useful debuffs in conquest. Like, you can throw her in a Sith team, you can throw her with Traya, you can throw her with C, you can cheese her with whoever else, you know, whatever. But like that, it's a usable character, and if you have a usable character, you should have usable mods. Like Darth Vader, R7. Your mods are, I think it's just like all your mods are that way. It's insane. Okay, you're not great. So your mods are really iffy, right? You're really iffy on your mods. I think you need to, have you seen my mod guides? Are you in my Discord? So in my Discord, I can show you here. If you join my Discord, there is up here. Let me find it. In my roster review info right here, like, here's a guide on building just speed mods overall. Like, if you follow this guide, just like blindly follow it. Like, whatever it tells you, you just, like a blind man, you know, like it's your blind seeing eye dog. You just, wherever that dog takes you, that's where you're gonna go. You just follow this guide blindly. It'll teach you what you need to know. If you want to know why, here's the whole mod playlist. But if you just want someone to tell you exactly what to do with mods, then here, do this building plus 25 speed mod is gonna get you where you need to go. As far as like learning how to build mods. But yeah, your mods need some work. This is good for SLKR. Yeah, your SLKR is pretty good. Your Jabba's good. Your C is a little slow. 471's a little low. But I feel like a lot of people don't prioritize C. Your JML mods are probably somewhere else. Probably Raid or something. They're not like, so if you have just one character at a time, you know what I mean? I wouldn't have 6 dot something like this. So if you're gonna 6 dot speed mods, it should really, the secondary stats are what you're looking for these arrows, and like 11% defense. You could use this on like, what do you call it? GL Ahsoka, I guess, whenever you get her, because she could like use the defense. It's not ideal for her, but you can. Or just another character who just wants some defense or something. But like your whole roster sitting there with like level 12 mods is a big deal, because it affects this bonus right here. So if you have level 15, then if you don't have level 15, you're going to get you're not going to get the full set bonuses. And that's why it's important to have level 15. Like, I'm not telling you to like level 15 these 5 speed mods, but a lot of them I saw were like 8 speed, 9 speed, 10 speed, you know, like those are worth investing in because you get these set bonuses. And that's why if you equip a mod, you might as well, I would rather you just like not equip mods than to have level 12 mods. And I would rather you like save your credits to fully build some mods for characters rather than having a whole roster of not modded characters, you know? Like, don't throw mods on every single character if you can't get usable characters that have level 15 mods, you know? Like, because I'm sure there's like tons of characters here that are just like straight missing mods, and you're probably like, oh, I'll just like throw all level 12 mods on them and call it good. Like, you got to, you know, focus on your most usable characters and then get them to at least have level 15 mods so that you can maximize those set bonus. Who's this nobody that we have blindly follow? I don't know what that means. Am I the nobody? Do you come to my channel and call me a nobody? Is that what you're doing right now? CLS, you don't need a speed set on this dude. So if you look at their swgoh.gg, like maybe you just don't have the mod depth for it, but like offense and tenacity, same thing for how you want to mod Chupio. And it really does affect the team because you have to like the mechanics of the team are important, and then sharing all that tenacity so that they can continue to debuff and not get like dazed or stunned or anything is pretty critical to how the team works. Like, you want them to be countering, you want them to be tenacious, and CLS is key in that. And like, if you look at his lead and his uniques and everything, it's not really relevant on why you would mod him that way. But if you look at the whole team, you'll see that Chupio shares his stats, his tenacity and all that other offense. So you want him to have high offense and high tenacity, but you still want that crit damage triangle. This is a really nice triangle. So yeah, you just want you want to mod things right. I get like this one, yeah, you know, whatever. Like, you want a tenacity set on them. I would still even throw like a crap tenacity set. So if you can, to get that team, like, it's still a good team. It's an oldie but a goodie. So you still want that CLS team to be usable. I don't get to use them as often as I would love to, where I'm at, but I think for you, they're gonna pay dividends for a really long time. So I think they're worth modding. Like, C3PO does not have to be modded well at all. Like potency or something here, yeah, then you're fine. But the other 4 should be modded well, like Han Solo, CLS, Chewbacca. Ooh, yeah, Chewbacca. I go all tenacity on him. I went all out on his mod, so I love the CLS team. I think you don't have any Zetas. Chew's Rage is good. I get it. I'm Zeta poor too, but something to think about. I get it. Like, you haven't been playing for a year. Don't get me wrong. I don't mean to like just sit here and dunk on you this whole time. But your account's very good, especially for the amount of time you've played, which is like 9-10 months. Like, fantastic account. And I know there's a lot of bottlenecks here. There's some things you can do about the credit bottleneck, which is you've started already, and I'm sure you have a lot of credits right now, which is you have the Master Qui-Gon and the Padawan Obi-Wan. They really juiced up your your credit income. And then what you can do is you can fit in these Imperial Remnant guys and try to get them up to relic 7 whenever you can as a side farm. Like the next time you finish a big farm, or after you finish your current farms, and then your next big farm, you can like knock something like this out, and that'll really help your credits. Because just like what the Padawan Obi-Wan Master Qui-Gon assault battle is, they get the same assault battle, and it's 3 characters instead of 2, and the team kind of sucks, but it still gives you tons of resources. So something to think about. I wouldn't necessarily do it soon, but if you really are that credit poor, then that's something you can do. So so you don't have Jedi Knight Cal Kestis or Bo-Katan Mandalore, which is understandable. You're probably farming for, it looks like you're going for, if you're are you working on Sith Empire and like Jedi, trying to round out your JML team? Because that, like, rounding out that JML team is good. It's a good idea. Like getting Jedi Knight Revan, Grandmaster Yoda, even to like Relic 3 are fine. Mace Windu Relic 3 is fine. But I think you should work on getting Jedi Knight Cal Kestis and Bo-Katan Mandalore as your 2 next biggest farms, so that you can start getting into a guild that's doing Zepho and Mandalore, and that'll push your Kyrotech income is what. And then getting access to that income will also get you in a better guild, which will probably get you more stars, get you more raid participation, but you're gonna have to work on your raids too. And I know you probably feel like you're not able to right now, but you can farm the shards right now, farm the income, so that you can, like, if you want to get in a good guild, you have to have raid income. That's it. Like, if you wanted to skip this upcoming raid and try to like build your roster, like the foundations of your roster that's going to give you like income that will last for like years and years and years, pretty much forever, then still focus on content like Jedi Knight Cal Kestis and Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, Bo-Katan Mandalore, stuff like that. And then when the next raid comes out, go hard on it and then get into a good guild that way, once you have a little more GP in like a year or so, whenever the new raid is about to change. So you can do that. So you can plan on like doing the bare minimum that your guild needs, and then once you finish off some of your major farms like Bo-Katan Mandalore, Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, maybe you're going to farm another GL or 2 like GL Leia, then you can do that. So your question was, should you focus on Leia or Rey? So I think you should farm shards for Jedi Knight Cal Kestis and Bo-Katan Mandalore. Whatever one you want to go for first is fine. And then finish those. But in the meantime, if you're in a good place for either, because you don't have the shards for Leia. Like if you don't have the shards, then it shouldn't be your main farm. And that's what it looks like, it's holding you back on a lot of the things. So if you have the shards, which you probably do for resistance, then get Rey. Like just get Rey. And then while you're finishing all the relics and getting Rey up and her team and everything, then work on whatever your next farm is. But you shouldn't have a main farm that you're shard farming for. The only people that do that is pretty much like endgame players, where that's like all they can do is they're waiting on shards. So you have tons of farms out there, and you've been playing for long enough that you should be like your main farms shouldn't include shard farms. So finish your Rey. After that, you can work on something like Bo-Katan Mandalore. It looks like you have the shards for, or Jedi Knight Cal Kestis or something, because it looks like you have some of the shards for that. But don't go for Leia until you have the shards for it, except for Cantina farms. If it's a Cantina farm, then you don't do Cantina farms until you're doing that farm. And I just do it at the beginning of the farm. Like Cantina farms are really quick though. So I don't think you're ready for Leia. You're ready for Rey. You can go ahead and knock out Rey real quick, and then from there choose a secondary farm, possibly an assault battle if you can work on an assault battle, or work on your raid if you have the shards farmed for your raid. As far as shard farming, I would prioritize that raid income, finish your Rey, maybe after your raid focus, and like again, you don't need a ton of raid participation to get what you need. After that, focus on whatever you want. Like if you want to finish Leia, finish Leia. If you want to work on Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, work on that. Just plan your farms so that you're finishing the shards and the priority of what you're going to do those farms, and then that way you're not waiting on shards. You should, like, your main if you're putting like Zetas and Chirotech into farms, then you shouldn't be waiting on the shards for them, pretty much, because that's just overall going to slow down the progress of your account. Yeah, but I get it. I get the struggles that you have right now. It's the struggles that we all had coming up. Yours is a little more accelerated because the game you're playing is a lot different than when we first started creating our accounts. Your fleets, little lackluster, right? Like I think like BAM, you should relic up BAM. There's no reason not to have a relic BAM if you have an executor. It really is a foundational character to the team, and having a gear 12 BAM is just killer. So get your Razor Crest up and running. Yeah, you don't have to increase the relics right away. Like, you can leave the relics where they are, but you really do need to get BAM at least like relic 5 or something, so that the fleet is so that's not like a huge like weakness of your fleet. You don't have to 7-star executor right away. You can slowly build it up, but like all these stars, you should be farming at least like 2 hard nodes for fleets. Like, just farm all your ships, your Echelon, Star Fortress, your pilotless ships. I would focus on pilotless ships. The Defender, even Rex ship is really important. Marauders, sooner or later. Like, you're gonna have to farm all these ships. So not all of them right now, but every single ship in the game has a place. Just farm them all. Do I think Dark Clones will be solid under Tarkin? Yeah, I think so, probably. Tarkin lead seems pretty good, and the clones seem pretty good. So do I think they're going to be like world killers with under Tarkin? No, but I think they'll be a worthwhile team to have once they're free to play farmable and you have them under Tarkin lead. I think it'll be worth it. Also, they said that in 3s Tarkin will lead some of the clones, so like, you can wait and see for most people, but if you are end game or late game, you're gonna have to farm the clones for the raid anyways. So you need the teams, and there's just the way it's looking, it doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of options out there. So you gotta farm everything that is coming out right now. Yeah, but good account overall. You're engaging in datacrons. You can probably engage a little more depending. I think you have technically 30 datacrons is like the limit. I don't know if you have that many relic teams for 3v3, right? So you can do better than this though, I think. You don't have to go full relic 9s. I try to farm the important relic 9s, and then I try to have like a ton of relic 6s and 3s, and I don't put a lot of effort into datacrons. So but I have over 30, 40, 50, I don't know how many. But you could put more effort into this, I think. Yeah, but good account overall. Don't get me wrong, for the progress you have is very good for the kind of account you have. All right, Guppy, could you drop your ally code for me, please? I don't think I saw you drop. Oh, never mind, you did drop it right there. I got you. You here, buddy? Yeah, but it's good that your pilot ships are almost done. Just keep farming. Just keep farming them. Just keep farming your ships until you farm them all. Like, it sucks, right? It's not good. Before I do guppies, I'm gonna do a little bit of conquest real quick because I gotta use my last energy before like midnight my time. Otherwise I can't do the refresh. But I do like 3 a day. 3 farms a day. Blah, blah, blah. No attackers. Darth Vader surviving. Okay. This is no attackers, but this team sucks for that one. What do I want to do here? I don't remember the team. Darth Vader has to survive. So non-cold John. Probably not. I have 2 more premium reviews to go to, and then you're gonna have to get added to the wheel, and the wheel has a lot of people. So if you want, put it a request in my Discord, and roster review requests for under Captain Amazing reviews, and then you'll get added to the wheel. So I can, whenever I do a spin, you can have a chance of getting that free review. What do I want to do here? Jedi. That one's a decent one. Do I have any single target nodes? No. But I do want this one because it's single target. I think it's worth, as you guys are going through, I think it's worth finding single target nodes that are just that are farmable. So just in case I have to like cheese a feed or something, then I can do that. Yeah, so this is no attackers. A third one. So I can tell you that I could probably do more in the week. So if anyone donates now, I don't know how much more of them I'll be able to do, but I will do them shortly when I have time. So like, you will get it. It's just may take me just a second to knock out. So I have a ton of like protection shield. So every time my team gets crit, I get 25% protection back. I'm pretty sure it stacks. Let's put this here. I do hate all that reflective damage that we take. Really killer. Look at that. Honestly, this is one of the few teams in Conquest that I hate playing against is Padme. Alright, what do I want to do here? Single target. What do I have to do here? Mega fugitive. Defeat an enemy. Ooh, this one's hard. I'll probably... Any AoE here? A little bit. I'll probably do this with... I'll cheese it. Let's see what I can do here. Do Empire, I guess. I get a bunch of with him surviving. What was the Mandalorian? I think I need these guys for, you know what I can do? I think the next one, well, I don't think I'm close to Sector 3. No, I still have plenty to do here. Yeah, the next sector I have to do is, I think has bonus turns in it, right? So the bonus turns one, Darth Vader and Maul is going to be important. But right now, they're not that important. So I don't really run the, which I probably should. I don't run my stamina all the way down. Usually I'll do like 2 attacks, and I'll do it morning, afternoon, night, and then that way I can like spread them out. Super not efficient, I'm sure, but it's okay. Do that. Do more. Do that. And one of you guys. Yeah. He came back. Yeah. I'm happy my guys were able to help you. Now 14 is a good number. I try not to use that to gauge like mods on an account. Let's see. What does that even mean, DCU? What does that mean? You know what I mean? And let's go with Bad Batch. There's not that many fleets. There's not that many fleets. It's a weird question. I don't even know how to answer that question, to be honest. Do this. Just try to kill him as fast as I can. There you go. Do that. Let's do this. There you go. Yeah, and that's why I like him. Like, hey, I did just kill this as fast as I can. Yeah, this is like this is like the all-star Jedi team, right? But I had to get a Gear 11 Omega Fugitive to survive. So sometimes you gotta play what you got, you know. Yeah, my data discs are not that great right now, to be honest. So I have a critical debuffs, a 10% protection shield, a 15% protection shield, a weak spot, savior, and stacking offense. So I would like a solid intel or something. That would be ideal. So I'm not going to equip any of these. Like, I guess I'll get like vitality or something. But yeah, there's a lot of these aren't that great. Let's do Empire here again. Gotta have them survive. Mandalorian. Some Darth Vader kills, and then I gotta get some support. I wish I had what do you call it? So do they have weak point in here, or is it only weak spot? Because I've only seen weak spot. I'm not sure if they have weak point. They probably took it out because 4% was too much. I still don't think the 2% is horrible. I still think it's, do I have DTMG? I have DTMG, he's just not upgraded. No attackers. See if I can get like a Ufu squad or something with no attackers. Light side Ufus. I don't think I can. I don't think it's like possible. She's an attacker, he's an attacker, he's not an attacker. Attacker, attacker, attacker. Tank, attacker, support. I think I have to have a full squad. God. Then I'll have Visas Mar. I think he's an attacker. Yeah. Can't do it. Can't do it. That sucks. Oh well. Support. Nice. I think I can do Hot Cartel. Jedi. Are you support? Support. Tank. Support. Tank. Support. Okay. I can do this. Haven't seen weak point? Yeah, I haven't at all. I've only seen... let's do this. Push turn meter. I don't think defense up is this one, right? Do we have to get defense up on this one? I don't remember. Oh, I think we do. I should have gone with Old Ben. Oh well. At least he can spread defense up. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, I should have got Old Ben up and running. Oh well. Sometimes I probably should make what do you call it? Like squads, but I don't really mind. Here, I'm gonna kill you so I can just get some more defense up. Alright, 3 more attacks. I do buy this stuff. Signal data. Pretty much done. I don't buy shards. I don't need to. Night Sisters. Probably go Hot Cartel. What do you guys use for the support ones? And I need a bounty hunter. The no attackers. This will work. Night Sisters. Night Sisters is a good one. Good call out. Great Mothers. Yeah, I don't have Great Mothers. She She's support. Hey. Yeah, I can do that one then. I don't like doing Night Sisters against Night Sisters. Just because that's a super annoying fight. They should be fine. They put a lot of debuffs out though, so. Cad Bane's the real gangster in this one. He's the one who ends up ramping his damage pretty well. The rest of these guys are pretty much losers. So, wow, just dodge. Whatever. Yeah, see, he's the one who's gonna lay waste to my enemies. Job of 2, I guess. Then you get you up and running. Night Sister's gonna Night Sister. It's fine. There you go. Rip off. You can rip off a ghost arm, I guess. More of the story. Let's do that. Jobless starts doing some pretty good damage too. Believe it or not. There you go. What a silly fight. You would think these guys wouldn't have much like survivability, but they do pretty good. And then Cad Bane just kind of ramps up pretty nicely and gets the job done. Cool. Alright, what do we have here? Emperor and Bad Batch. For this one, I think I can do Night Sisters. You, and then healer, Talia. Do I have to go with Talia? Oh, you're a support. Hey, it's just like just works. You're not attacker, right? Support. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Alright, let's do that. Do I have an ult account? I do not. No ults for me. I'd like to kill you. What happened to my ult? So I stopped playing it because I just didn't have time to commit to it. It's like a ton of work getting an ult. Honestly, like even during my break, it was like a struggle to do what I needed to do just like normally, just playing. I don't know how people play ults, honestly. I did it, my intent was never to continue my ult. It was it was always so that I can learn the new player experience from 1 to 85, so I can make a new player guide is what my intent of it was. And then I was like, yeah, I'll continue it and see how long I have. And it just really became a chore, like just a horrible chore. So I was like, I just can't do this. I don't know if these guys can be bad match, but I'm willing to try. All right, cool. Let's take off all your guys' stuff. Cool. Just juicing me up more, baby. All those debuffs for me just means, yeah, all that juice. All right, I'll see you later, Caleb. Oh, someone died. I wish my Bad Batch was as durable as these guys. Maybe it's because my data discs just aren't that great, to be completely honest with you. They're okay. Even if I'm not putting a ton of plague out there, like these guys' damage still ramp, and Mother Talzin's just gonna like, sooner or later she's just gonna like pretty much one-shot the team. Sooner or later. Maybe, I don't know. That's the thought process. Maybe they'll just like one-shot. Man, even she's like going down. Oh man, that's no bueno. Oh. Okay. I could lose this, I guess. Gotta get her up and... No! 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 Yeah, I lost. Oh well. Massage, yeah, well, because she heals, right? Right. I had a feeling like they wouldn't have the juice to get through that, but I was hoping. Here's the hoping. All right, so Guppy, you hear Guppy? I do. So I will, thanks for reaching out, Guppy's wife. Sorry, I didn't read your message while I was playing. I'll make a video for Guppy tomorrow, and I'll post it because it is getting pretty late. So I'll do Rabid Gunter and Guppy's video. I'll make a video for them and post that. So I'll make a note here with your ally codes because I do gotta go to bed. So Rabid Gunter, can you post your ally code? Normally I put sorry it took so long. All right, Rabid Gunter, where are you at? Phoenix with Zeb, I can try that too. Yeah, I think I'm almost... Defense up isn't... Yeah, you too, Mrs. Guppy. But yeah, you can tell him tomorrow. I'll have his stuff there. Let's crit damage down. I got Rabid Gunters. Oh, there you are, Rabid Gunter. Okay. So I'll add you guys, and then I'll knock out your videos tomorrow. Sorry about that. Just I gotta go to bed. Gotta get ready. Right on, Victor 3. So 9 out of 14 there. Defense up, almost done with defense up. That's not really a big issue. Vader, like I said, I only do like 2 attacks. So I'll slowly get this up. My 400 stacks of target practice. So I'm almost done with them. I'm at 95 out of 100, 91 out of 100. So once I get Omega Fugitive, maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after. But once I get her up and running, I will knock that out. I'm pretty sure you can do it pretty quick. I've saw like 2 or 3 battles. If you use her, where do I have her with Hunter Mercenary, and then a few these other Bad Batch, I'm pretty sure. And maybe I can start using Bad Batch and other ones, because I have the lead for Hunter and Echo, or I have Hunter and Echoes, so they're usable right now, but they're not like super great. They're not as great as they could be. Maybe because I'm missing a few Zetas, like 2 Zetas, 3 Zetas. But I think once I get Omega up, I'll probably like put her Zetas on once she's Relic, and then yeah, just kind of move forward with the team with that. Same thing as Batcher. He'll be Relic here as soon as I get the shards as well. It's a little annoying once you once you're waiting on just shards pretty much to progress. So, but I'm getting there pretty soon. I'll just use my energy real quick. 94. Yeah, but how are you guys progressing in your conquest? I thought it would be hard. I didn't look at the numbers. I just knew we had to do stuff like Order 66. And I figured they would be like 40 or 50 or something. But it's like reasonable numbers. Target practice is a bit much at 400. Especially if you don't have the new Bad Batch. So I would skip that one if you didn't have Echo. But other than that one, they're pretty approachable in their numbers. I'm pretty surprised that it's a pretty approachable conquest for how hard I thought it would have been normally. So I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I feel like it's not a hard one to go with. Yeah, no problem, DCU. As far as so if you have, so you, okay, I kind of get what you're saying. So you're saying you have Executor, Profundity, and Malevolence Negotiator. You can't go for Leviathan, so what would you invest in outside of this? So if you have Marauder, I would get Endurance up and running for that Executor counter. If you don't have Marauder, then you can either, you're going for SOKR, then go for Finalizer. If you're going for Ray, go for Radis. Executrix and Chimera are good. Honestly, at this point, I use Executrix more than Chimera because Executrix counters Profundity, and so it's a more reliable Profundity counter than Malevolence. Because Malevolence, sometimes it just home one. Yeah, like these fleets right here are good to invest in. These right here. Home one, if you didn't have Profundity, can be okay. Like it's not bad, like if you didn't have Profundity. But if you have Profundity, I don't even use the Raven's Claw. The Raven's Claw, and I'm going to make a video on this, but the Raven's Claw, I put it on defense, believe it or not, because you can use it to cheese. Oh, this is the wrong defensive fleet. I took my Leviathan on offense, I think. So you do this, that, you go that, and then you go Rebel, and you do that, and I put that on defense. So this is what I use. Same thing as like the Geo Soldier. I'm gonna make a video on it, but this is how you force your characters to, or your ships to reinforce, because these have no reinforcement priority. The Soldier and the Raven's Claw, literally zero. You can use the TIE Bomber. Hey Darthraki. But the TIE Bomber has uses outside of just forcing this, and then that way, if you have this fleet and you have two reinforcements, they don't know if it's the Scimitar and that one, or it could also be this. So they don't know, and that's why you go with two reinforcements. But if you have one reinforcement, then they know 100% what it is, because it would just be this. So that's why, because you don't care about this ship. You don't ever want it to hit the field. Your goal for this fleet is to force, because if you go with Profundity to counter this and Scimitar comes out, then your Profundity is going to lose unless the Profundity has the Scimitar, even if you use the Mark 6. So yeah, so I'll talk about that in my video shortly, my fleet one. But that's like, home one is not even in the mix right now. It's not end game viable, like whatsoever. Not even, it's a burner. Like if I was gonna burn or something, I would use the home one, but it's not usable whatsoever. Like not even close. So this is like my 5v5 that's already set up. So you can use Malevolence here. No, it's still Pluto. So it still has the reinforcement, because reinforcements have their priority order. So if I threw in a third ship here that had a higher priority order than Xanadu Blood, because its priority order is not that high. So if I threw in, if I did this, right, Bounty Hunter, and I did this, then the order of reinforcements would be Slave 1, and then Xanadu Blood, and then this one. So it's, the ships have their priority order, so that's why you have to game it. Because same thing, if you're fighting my Executor, you see two reinforcements here, you're probably thinking, oh, he chose two Bounty Hunters, so he doesn't want to he doesn't want to have people guess or whatever, so you'd probably think, you know, maybe Xanadu blood and what's the other one? Like maybe this one. So maybe IG 2000, and I'm not using slave one because I don't want to force, because if I put slave one, it's going to reinforce first. So they probably think I have like this. So if that was the case, then the IG 2000 would come first, and you would expect like an IG 2000 or something. But the Xanadu blood, I don't think so. I get what you're saying, but I don't think that's right. Because if you have the home one, like home one or slave one will always come out on defense. Let me see. Do you have the link for that? I don't think I've ever seen. Yeah, I don't see anything about that. I see some stuff on Reddit where they're saying, where they talk about what order you want to come out, because before punishing one, like turn order was very, very important. Like you wanted your Xanadu blood to be, what was it, 1 speed faster than your Razor Crest. So it was important to have like the speeds right and everything, and then the turn order and the reinforcement order. Like it was important because that's how the fleet worked. Like it had to be run in a specific order for it to be like efficient. Now you don't, like you just punish it. You just always have punishing one assist, and you want that reinforcement. I think they have the same reinforcement priorities for Houndstooth and Slave 1. So yeah, but I think technically this is the hardest. Like if I see this is the worst one out there as far as executors on defense. Like this is, if I see a triple attacker, I'm pretty happy, or any other variant of executor that is not this specific counter, as far as like forcing the Xanadu blood out first. And the only way to do that is if you don't have any other bounty hunters here and you use a this one. Hey JQ9X, how's it going? So you can use Raven's Claw, you can use Geo Soldier, and you really don't need, like if you ever face this and you come unawares and you just have like a Xanadu blood that comes out with the retribution, they just get to ult really quick and you lose before the second reinforcement usually. So like you usually don't even see this guy come out. So it's really strong, the strong fleet. But moral of the story, no, you don't use home one because Raven's Claws is not that good without the Millennium Falcon. So you need the whole fleet for home one to be good. And if you didn't have Profundity, I'm doing well. About to call it a night actually. So just finishing. I wasn't able to get through all my premium reviews, but I'll make a video here shortly for them. Make a note. Yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out. I appreciate it. Man, I had a huge... Alright, and I gotta do my timestamps. Alright, so I'm gonna call it there, guys. like I said, for Guppy and Rabid Gunter, I'll make a private video for you guys. Thank you for the support. Sorry I couldn't get to your reviews, even though I know Guppy's asleep right now. Good on his wife for looking out for him. Yeah, but yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for hanging out. Always a pleasure, guys. Always appreciate when I get some time to hang out with you all. So have fun. I'm always enthused when I can sit down and talk some Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes with you guys. So stay safe. Make sure you guys are farming for your raids. Don't sleep on them. I do think it's going to be a hard one. So if you sleep on it and don't prepare for it, it's going to be very difficult for you guys to catch back up with how much Kyrotech and everything these teams are going to take. So, you know, something to think about.